welcome back to the Wrestling Newsroom. I'm your host, Orson Justin, and today we're going to be looking at all the wrestling news from Thursday. We start with a very interesting story. Ric Flair opened up about his recent hospitalisation and surgery. During the interview, it was brought up how many years of heavy drinking caused Ric Flair's serious health problems with his kidneys. He said the following about drinking: "I'll never drink again. I never want to go through this again." He also revealed during the interview that his daughter Charlotte was told that he would probably not survive the surgery. The belief is that if Flair had not seen a doctor when he was complaining about bad stomach pains, he would have died. Well, we are very thankful and lucky that you are here, Rick. I'm glad that you've learned from this, and I hope you keep yourself in good health, mate. I really do. We are all praying for the best recovery ever for you, Rick. You are one of the best. Then we move on to Hulk Hogan spoke out about his firing from WWE. When I heard this was going on, I called them on Thursday or Friday. As I hung up the phone that night, they fired me in the morning. It really caught me off guard. I didn't expect it because WWE knows who I am and I'm not that person. That's not who I am and that's not what I do. I think they did what was best for business. They were worried about losing sponsorships and network support. So he can understand why he did it, why they did it to him. I do get that. It was basically, we need to distance ourselves from him. Hopefully you can come back soon, Hulk. We do miss you. And then we go to the reason Emma was not on Raw this week is they did a recent tour in Australia and she was allowed to spend an extra few days in her home country of Australia to visit family. She's still scheduled for the No Mercy pay-per-view. And the controversial generated by Jinder Mahal's promo on SmackDown Live has started to be picked up by mainstream media. Here's a message from Marissa Payne of the Washington Post. If anyone was at last night's WWE SmackDown Live in Oakland, please contact me for a story about racist promos. Oh, she's looking for trouble now. WWE did give a statement to the Washington Post saying, just like many other TV shows or movies, WWE creates programming with fictional personalities that cover real-world issues and sensitive subjects. As a producer of such TV shows, WWE Corporation is committed to embrace and celebrate individuals from all backgrounds as demonstrated by the diversity of our employees, performers and fans worldwide. That is their statement on it. Just go with it. I didn't see anything wrong with it. I didn't see anything wrong with it. I didn't pick up on the joke. I'm not going to lie. I didn't realise that until I covered the story on Wednesday. I didn't pay that much attention to his promo, so I just hope it hasn't offended anyone. That's all I can hope for. And WWE asked fans about TNA and Ring of Honor in a new survey. They put out a survey asking fans what type of programs and features they would be interested in watching as part of a premium price tier in the WWE network. New reality shows, tournaments such as Pro AM style, like WWE vs NXT, Lucha, Queens of things, other Progress, New Japan, that kind of stuff. Director's Cut, new twist on classic content as WWE narrating historic pay-per-views on or current audio channel. Listen only, you can hear the play-by-play, pay-per-views, music, playlist, sports radio, that kind of stuff. House shows, original scripted comedians, like Southpaw, regional wrestling, that kind of stuff. Regional wrestling, or WWE version of The Office. I'd actually like to see that. That'd be pretty funny. Ring of Honor, TNA, local tournaments, the download to go, ability to download and watch offline, alternative thing. Just basically this kind of stuff. Personally, I'd love to see the WWE version for The Office, download to go in TNA. But yeah, it's very interesting that they're asking about that. So personally, I hope that they do it and I'll pay the premium price. Then we go to Road Dogg addressing the reports of WWE attendance being low with the following. Someone, Justin LaBar, said SmackDown Live picks from yesterday. Worth noting that in Cali, the show starts at 5 p.m. plus Brock, Braun, Cena and Reigns top four draws all on Monday. And he said September is historically a tough month for sports entertainment. Not making excuses, just want all the variables figured in. Fair enough. Fair enough. I get that. September's a hard month, that kind of stuff. So hopefully the attendance picks up around October, November time. And then during an interview with SportsIllustrated.com, Braun Strowman spoke about his recent injury and recovery. 6 weeks after my surgery, I benched 455 pounds for 8 reps. I don't do a whole lot of heavy squatting stuff anymore because my legs give out real fast and that slows me down in the ring. Mainly, a lot of stuff I do now is just maintenance. I can't do that crazy heavy lifting on top of all the banging around and travelling eventually wears on you. So just try to look good in the ring. We do this 300 days a year and that's a lot on my body, but I'm grateful to represent the WWE. The company has given me many things. I've gone around the world because of them. It's an honour to be here. You've got to work hard, you've got to listen, you've got to be tough. Well, that's a very nice interview, Braun. I'm glad you're thankful, and to be fair, we love you, Braun. And then Brian did a Q&A. Here are some of the things. Who would he face if he had one more WWE match? Shinsuke Nakamura. How badly would he like to return to the ring on a scale of 1 to 10? 11 or higher? Yes. If he wants to still see Cesaro on SmackDown, yeah, but I want Sami Zayn on SmackDown. And he hasn't worked out as well as I thought thus far. Which brand would you like to wrestle on? SmackDown for show. For sure, something like that. Would you rather wrestle Okada or Naito? No reason to just choose one. Most exciting potential hair match to be in now that the blue partner losses there. A hair versus Mass versus Atlantis. Adjustments from being a wrestler to a stay-at-home dad. I love it, but I miss wrestling. Who would he like to wrestle in the indie scenes? I wouldn't mind tapping out the entire Bullet Club. That would be amazing. Proudest moment from inside the ring, not involving himself. I loved watching Brie wrestle Stephanie at SummerSlam. If he ever put his beard on the line in a match, would he ever put it? Only at WrestleMania CMLL Anniversary main event. Who's the best wrestler in the world today? Everyone has different styles. I love watching AJ, Cesaro, Minoru Suzuki, another one, Zack Sabre Jr., Rush, and Negro Casa, something like that. Don't know who that is, but yeah, that's quite interesting. I'd love to see him against Bullet Club. Even though there's been no angle done during the Mae Young Classic finals, there's still ideas being thrown around for the WWE vs MMA Horsewoman match. According to Dave Meltzer, WWE is trying to figure out if it makes sense of the storyline with Charlotte Becky being on a different brand from Sasha Bayley. The assumption is the match will happen in the Survivor Series if it comes to fruition. There is also still talks about doing Ronda Rousey versus Charlotte at WrestleMania, which is awesome. I want to see that. Nice to see Dave back on the show because I haven't had a story from Dave Meltzer for a while. And according to Dave Meltzer, WWE said to have a storyline in place for Paige when she returns to television. The belief is that she's gotten full clearance to return and she's tentatively scheduled to be part of the SmackDown brand. Sound. We want to see that. Nia Jax comments on the new graphics, that promo season 7 of Tail Divas. I can't find a word that I'm at the same height as all the other girls in the pic. Yeah, that is weird. That really is weird. And in an update on the Vince McMahon Kevin Owens segment from last week's SmackDown Live, Dave Meltzer reports that the company is internally claiming that there was no blade involved and the blood was not planned. The claim is that McMahon bled hard way in similar fashion to the blood in Brock Lesnar's matches. There was allegedly no discussion prior to the angle about McMahon bleeding. The cameras getting close up of the bleeding was merely a coincidence. Fair enough. He couldn't have bladed. There was no physical way of him blading anyway. Who would have thought he would bladed? He got headbutted like that with the hands down the side and then he fell. He didn't go, oh my god, like that, did he? No, it was obvious that he did not blade. But yeah, that's the news. It's been another exciting news day. I do hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give this video a like. Please support my Patreon, a link in the description below. Subscribe to see more content, and I'll catch you later.